We're going to do something a little different because during the course of all of the filming, we never really got to sit down and talk, especially for the first, 9 years of the film. One of the first things I want to ask you, I wanted to, hear how you felt about the title, The Sentence, and what it means to you.
I guess when you first told me that it was going to be called The Sentence, it just fit. It was always referred to as The Sentence. Every time we talked about anything, it was like, well, The Sentence. And I didn't realize it then. It wasn't until you told me, like, oh, this is going to be the title, that I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
I want to know what you were feeling that first time I showed you the film.
Initially, the first feelings, I guess when I first was watching it, was shock. Like, because all of a sudden, here's an image that I've never seen before of the girls. And then, honestly, I think I missed half the film because I was crying so much from seeing something or hearing something. But it's hard to see the girls in those ages or in situations that I never got to see them in. It's hard to see me on the phone, as a phone to them.
Hello?
This call is from a federal prison.
Here.
Hello, Mom. I love you, Princess.
There's this moment in the documentary where I took a little bit of creative license, and I've never really talked to you about it, but it's that moment where you're talking about, sometimes you just enjoyed when Adam would set the phone down and you could just listen to the girls, and to me that was sort of your dream sequence, and the way I interpreted it was you were wishing so hard to be there, to be present in their life at that moment that you almost forced your way into this room where the girls were dancing.
There was always these times of days that I would carve out for myself, and I would just, literally in my mind, I would picture myself flying through the air and just going and going. Like I would take my mind and I would drive it all the way to where they were, and I would burst into wherever they were. Like I picture them asleep or, running around or playing or, any little thing. And that's what I would try and capture in my mind. And the images were always of them being so little. I just want to say thank you for understanding me. Thank you for knowing, what my heart was really looking for was to see them and just to be with them, and that image, when I see it every single time, it just brings me to tears. We just, bought our first house, and he had remodeled everything, and we were growing. The documentary, it's all over the country now, and people are starting to pay attention and see it, and they're asking the questions, like, what can I do to help? How does it make you feel?
I made this film to make change, and wherever I go, I want to make sure that organization understands that this film, I don't want it to just go to the people who want to see it or the people who have access to it. I want it to go to the communities that need to see it, and I want to make change with this film. Whenever I could, I would go to Washington, D.C. for rallies, protests, meetings, hearings, every single time somebody was talking about this. And I would go there and I would talk to everybody who would listen to me and a lot of people who wouldn't. I would knock on doors, I would go through windows, not literally, but I was taking page one out of the political playbook and I was saying my sister's name recognition. Every person I talked to, I would say Cynthia Shank, Cynthia Shank, Cynthia Shank. I would tell her story, Cynthia Shank, Cynthia Shank. I would end the conversation with Cynthia Shank because I knew, even a year in, that 9 years down the road, once we've exhausted all of these appeals, once we've done all these things, I'm going to have an opportunity to put in a petition for clemency.
Prison is for people that we should be afraid of, not mad at.
How's it been for you? I know you've been traveling a lot, so how are you handling all that?
It's everything you dream of, that you actually have something that people want to go out and promote and share with people, and it's always amazing to share with audiences.
Thank you, Rudy. I love you.